Hey everyone, welcome back. As the title says, I hard-bodied my SCX10 Pro. I originally did it because I wanted to do a hard body into the scale kind of truck, type stuff. And I had a base kit, a Pro kit, and an Element BK3 kit. The Element BK3 kit fit perfectly under my wife's Land Rover that I built for her, so I wasn't even going to try to make that work here and that work there and everything. The base camp had a really tall transmission, and I was going to have to cut out part of the interior or swap the transmission or something. I just knew that it wasn't going to fit underneath the body and underneath the interior. I mean, if I had no interior, tint the windows maybe, but I wanted to put the interior in because it came with it. So I was like, well, I'll just do the Pro, and I shouldn't have to cut too much. I hope. Um, yeah, it goes on. You can make it work. Um, the interior is mostly there. I ended up having to cut a ton out there for the shock tower. And then up inside, I had to cut for the spur gear. Let's see, I think this side's about the same. Oop, trying to do this one-handed and hold it. Yeah, it's about the same. And then wires and stuff like that. Oh, you guys can't see. And like wires and stuff like that. So there's a good amount cut. I'll take the body off in a second. Um, I never actually ended up finalizing the wheelbase. I got it pretty close, but then I ended up eventually giving up on this. Anyways, I'll get to that. So the wheelbase isn't exactly right. I never really got the height exactly right how I wanted it either. That ended up, yeah. The other thing that was a big thing that turned me off on this, honestly, was how big, like how much this hangs down. It's like, that's a ton. It's just, what, an inch and a half? Yeah, about an inch. I made these sliders so you could fit it here. They fit exactly like every hole, so you could have your link wherever you want it, here or there, like the third link, or that rear link. Or you could use this to adjust it. So if you wanted to rake it up a little bit in the back, lower it in the back, to fine tune the rear to match the front. It just this wasn't. I just didn't like it. If you're gonna go maybe for like a mud truck type of deal, put some bigger tires on it, longer shocks. Um, they would kind of work because they a lot of times they have that drop cage where they drop down the transfer case and everything. So that could work that way. The other problem was, this is me just using set screws. I had to cut this rear shock towers off, or had to cut a hole in the bed, and I really don't want to cut a hole in the bed, so I just cut the shock towers off. Went to here. Actually, it was not too bad. This is I think 90 millimeter or 85 millimeter shock, and it does pretty well. I was eventually going to leaf this anyway, so I didn't really care what I did. I had plans. They didn't end up working, and as you can see, I cut out a good amount of the interior there. This is mostly for the shock towers, and this is for the spur gear area. Right, pretty much just this whole section here. And then, of course, you have to keep the zip tie really tight for the wires to make sure it doesn't hit. I wanted to put the battery here because there's not much room anywhere else for a battery. So I was going to put a little, like 850 or something here. I wasn't really sure. So like this is a 2200. So if I had like an 850, something like that, 900-ish, it would have been perfect in here. And I was just going to make like a little cover so I didn't ever hit the spur gear by accident. And, yeah, make a kaboom. Oh yeah, shock tower. I cut off the whole thing. If this was like there, it would have been fine. Literally, if the shock tower was down this low, if that makes sense, like half the frame rail, it would have cleared. But I chopped it off. I was gonna eventually just sand that over, take the rail off, paint it, and this never ended up going to fruition. This was kind of as far as I got. The stock shocks I think are like 110s, I think, and it was way too long for the back, so that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, it works. You could technically put a little bit of electronics on the side here because you have this much room, like from here to here. So you could put like your receiver. You could put, maybe if you had a really skinny ESC, like an Escape 32 or an AM32 ESC, you could put it there probably. You have a little bit of room back here because there's about there, so you could put a skinny battery or receiver, wiring, anything here. I did a Fusion SE, and I did the, what was it, KYX motor plate, Endura 7 kilogram, servo, but it has the big 25 tooth. You can't see. I apologize. I think that camera's aimed lower than usual. Endura servo. And the Endura, was it Endura? Yeah, Endura 25 turn servo horn adapter, because this has a full size servo on it. The spline. This is the only one I could find that makes it. Someone else used to make it, I think, because I think Crawler Canyon, Mr. C was talking about it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. A couple other ones I bought, I had to return because they didn't work. They were like the small 25 spline. So yeah, that's the only one that worked, but it's pretty cheap, and I had to wait from China. Didn't have it in the Amazon Endura store. Up here, that's about it. I had just thrown a random servo in just to kind of be a placeholder. It's just the stock one out of the Yukon YK41011, I think. And then I was going to double side tape this right here. It was perfect spot. Battery there, and Dumbo receiver. I was going to have a light controller in it so I could have headlights and stuff. Then on the underside, I had bought a brass kit of axle tubes. I don't remember who it was by. I'll put a link down below. And then a trail housing. I had bought all this stuff, honestly, like last year on a sale. So I just kind of like, I didn't have this in mind for it. So now I can do what I was thinking about doing. So we'll have another build on this. I just wanted to kind of go over what I was doing, because I wanted to, that was the other reason I picked this. It's because I already had all this brass. And I figured if that's going to be a hard body, kind of want that weight down low. So I was throwing the brass on it. Don't think it's really needed, but I had it. So it was just an accumulation of things that I thought would be a great idea. Yeah, and it wasn't. It's just that, honestly, this is the killer for me. If this wasn't this low, like you have shock tower to here and this to here, like not like a regular frame like an SCX10 2 or base camp or something, it would have been fine. I would have been totally okay with it. I didn't care that I had to cut these off. I mean, you can get frame rails for like $22. Yeah, and then the interior, I didn't care. You didn't really see much of it, so I didn't mind it. And it was $10 to buy a replacement one, so I'm gonna put a new one in there. Just the floor pan. Yeah, that's about it. Just like some. I think they were like glow backed wagon steelies. Proline 3.85, I think. Tires, yeah, 3.85, I think. Swampers. Team Revolt 3D printed inserts in there. Oh, and then I put on RC all-wheel drive knuckles for the brass. So like literally it was going to be brassed up and like all down low to kind of counteract that hard body. And yeah, it just ended up not working. So far I'm working on the base camp one. Miles better. I put in an LCD transmission, made a little adapter plate for it, and I'm working on it, so it's not there yet. But once I get that, I'll kind of finalize. I'll go over it too. But this one, these tires are going off of it. They're going to go onto the base camp, and this, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure if I want to go trail truck or what I want to do. That low hanging belly is just kind of a killer. I thought about just doing a mud type truck. Well, I don't want to do mud truck because I want it to be a little lighter. I was thinking about having a light truck to do the mud truck. And then I was going to put on something like, make it kind of scale E and then put on these. Or I have some boggers that I've been wanting to put on like a mud truck. But like I said, that one, if I do the boggers, they're 4.75s. I really want to do a light truck so I can kind of like skim on the mud a little bit maybe or something, make it really fast, throw in like a 2300 kV on straights or something, and kind of make it so it's like a mud slinging kind of bashy mud truck kind of, spring, snow, all that kind of thing. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just build this out like an actual climber. Anyways, yeah, I just want to go over what I did. So if anyone was curious about it, I'm going to have these files up on MakerWorld for free to download. They're a little bulky just because of where they have to go. I could make these shorter. I mean, I can make them all the way down to, technically, if you don't want to use these top holes, which I think most people aren't going to anyways, that depends. I mean, there's definitely plenty of room. That's the problem. If people want to use it, then they can't. I could go down maybe 5 more millimeters and it wouldn't hit. But yeah, it's just the lower you go, the more you're getting into all this. Like this is almost going to be touching the hood. It's like, and now I think about it, that's probably another reason I stopped where I did. I think it was only this close to it. So I didn't want it to be right up against the hood. But yeah, I'll throw these up on MakerWorld. These are just M3 set screws, or you can put bolts in like you are supposed to do. But I'm not going to put screws in, I'm not going to put those in each time I take the body off to do stuff. So that's why I just put those in. Yeah, so I'll put a link below for everything I used. But yeah, this is, like I said, just a quick one. Just wanted to go over that. If anyone had any questions on hard bodying an SCX10 Pro, I know that CKRC, I think it is, makes an adapter plate, like a sliders, but I think it's for like the 4-door Hilux or something. And honestly, I don't know RC 4-wheel drive stuff enough to know what is swappable, because I had bought a RC 4-wheel drive kit to put on the, I think it was the Hilux, the TF2 body or whatever, maybe the Mojave. I think it was the Mojave body onto an SCX10 Pro, and these were not wide enough at all. They were like this skinny. So I think the Mojave must be smaller. So I don't know if the 4-door is too. So I just designed my own because I didn't want to have to buy them and guess and whatever. So if anyways, I think that's it for this one. Throw any comments, questions, suggestions down below. Have you hard bodied a SCX10 Pro? Is this something that you're interested in? I think it's kind of cool. If it wasn't for this, this is a killer. It just looks so goofy. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't continue. Anyways, I think that's it for this one, guys. See you in the next one. Have a good day.